Hello everyone. I'm preparing for interviews for the summer and fall, and I'm doing a lot of Leetcode problems, and I thought I'd record my preparation, record my journey through all of that. So right now I'm going through a list called Blind 75. It was compiled and shared on Blind, and I think it's a very good list because it goes through a lot of categories and tricks that are useful for coding interviews. So it starts with the first category. It started with arrays. I skipped these problems because I think a lot of people can do these by themselves. And I think I'll start with the products of array except self, which is a very cool problem, and we'll see how it goes. So the problem says that given an integer array called nums, return an array answer such that answer of I, so the ith element, is equal to the products of all elements of nums except nums I. So for example, if we had an array like this, the result will be, for the first slot, the products of all elements except this one. So it will be 6. 3 times 2. And for this one, it will be 2 times 1, which is 2. And for the last one, it will be 1 times 3, which is 3. So this is like the main idea of the problem. But they gave us some constraints. So the products of any prefix or suffix as long as guaranteed to fit in a 32-bit integer. We'll use that later. But the main constraints we have here is that the algorithm must run in O of n, so we can't do like combined loops, like two loops or something, uh, two imbricated loops, and without using the division operation. So I think this is the first idea that will pop in your mind, is to do the division, so we can calculate the product of the whole array, and for each slot we can divide it by that with the ith element of nums, and it will give us the results. But they don't want us to do that. So for this problem, we would actually need a really neat trick that is very useful in interviews, which is cumulative product, and it's usually either cumulative sum or cumulative products, but it's a really neat trick that you can use for a lot of problems. So how would we do that? So cumulative products, so suppose we want to calculate the cumulative products of nums of I, it would be like this. So the result, or let's say cumulative product of I, will be equal to nums of 0, and it will go on until we reach num of I minus 1. So this is the combination product. So how it differs from our result is, in our result we want this part, but we actually also need the rest. So from I plus 1 to n minus 1, n being the length of the array. So what we can think about right here is doing the same thing but from the end. So suppose we have reverse cumulative products of I. It will be equal to nums of n minus 1, n being the length of the array as we said, and it will go on and on until we reach nums of I plus 1. And the results, what we should return, so array would be the products of each element in this one. So the results will be cumulative products of I times reverse cumulative products of I. So this would be a way to do that. So we can actually calculate the cumulative product array using one loop, so it will be O of 1, and we can do this reverse cumulative product in another loop, so it would be overall O of 1, O of n, sorry. So we can do this, but we can actually optimize this a little bit more. We can use just one array, so instead of using cumulative products and reverse cumulative products, we can use one array. But let's just start coding and we'll see how it goes. So we want like a variable to hold the cumulative product that we put in our array. So we'll call it prefix and I'll give it 1, and I'll declare our result variable. So actually, let's give it size of n. So right now what we're doing is like the first parts, and so the result of I, let's just think about it, let's think about the results just as the first array. The result of I will be equal to prefix, and then we have to update the prefix to take this element, the ith element. So this one will give us like the first one as we said, and then we'll have to do the opposite from the end. Okay, and result I. So this time it will be a product because we'll start adding multiplying the reverse cumulative product with cumulative products as we said. So we'll use the same array. And we should also reinitialize prefix to 1. And we should update prefix each time to take numbers of I. Okay. And we return the result array. So let's just run our code. Great, it worked for the sample test cases. Let's submit it. And this works. It's very slow, I don't know why, but it works. We're not gonna think about optimizations right now. But yeah, so this is a really neat trick like of using prefix and cumulative products or sums that is useful for a lot of problems. So thank you for watching the video. I'll see you in another one. Bye.